Welcome to the after show. I specifically bought that mixer for that stuff. Yes.
We know.
I also love how every time you do that, you look straight at me like you're so proud.
Staring
like you just
daggers.
accomplished something incredible.
Because I did.
Which you did, so can't be mad at it.
All right, so this is the after show where we are a little more relaxed.
Look, I'm leaned back in my chair. Look how relaxed I am.
Yes, he's so lean. Are you still in the? Yeah, okay. So I can't quite lean back because I'll be out of frame here. But
You're also going to take out that light if you lean back.
oh yeah, that's right. Plop. All right.
Plop.
So what do we got? People
plop,
asking.
plop, plop. Yeah, it's time for some questions.
Is there a video preview of the municipal hand eye for GBO? Couldn't find one more. Find one more recent than 2016 from Dixon's hours. So no, there is not one more recent. The Muni courses are a challenge because they are only set up like just in time for people to start practicing. And of course, when people are practicing, we don't want to go out there and film it and disturb other people. And there's so much other stuff going on. So we're going to have to try to figure something out with the Muni course. You might be thinking, we'll record it right after. Well, as soon as the last round is played, they literally start taking that down because the Muni courses want that back for their golf players.
They pretty much take it down.
Some people call them
Saturday,
golfers.
Thursday.
What did I call?
Golf players.
Golf players.
That's what
Golfer players.
Yes.
So it's just going to have to be one of those things that we just don't know if we'll ever have a Muni.
One day, maybe.
How do you know it's time to get some new putting putters in the same mold from getting beat in?
It's time.
For Eric, has this round ended?
Pretty much.
Time for some
Time
new
for
putters.
some new guys. You should see my backyard putters.
I bet, dude. It's just personal preference. I've kept the same. Actually, I've been putting with some new ones lately just to kind of mess
nice.
around with them. Some really cool, like green ones.
But not the ones I gave you?
I did putt around with those for a minute.
Right.
They're kind of overstable, honestly.
Well, I'm sure they're like early runs.
Yeah, you got to be strong.
Wait,
to
you'd
throw
be
those.
weak.
Yeah,
You'd be very weak.
I previously went to the gym. I've lost all my strength.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when have you? What's up with the gym?
I've gone a couple of times since we've been back from. Where did we go? Texas.
Waco?
No, when we went down to my friend's wedding, we've been back for 2 weeks since. I've gone, I think 3 times. This last time, I did something to my shoulder, my left shoulder, and it really bothered me for like the last week. So I've been taking it easy on that since.
Okay.
That's cool. That's fun.
No,
I'm not trying to get injured, man.
I know. What was the question?
So, now I don't remember because you.
The question was wardens.
When is it time to replace your
putters.
putters?
Yeah, putters. Putters.
Yeah, personal preference. I've used the same ones for a long time.
It's time.
Some people like to replace them more often. I would say that you need to replace them as soon as you can't trust them to do what you want them to do.
Hence every round.
For me, I've had the same ones for a while, and I still have good trust in them. But as soon as they start, if I put them on a little hyzer and they tip up to flat or turn over in the wind, or I just don't feel confident with them, they're out. New ones.
Bye.
Bye.
Same with Emacs. You need to replace those on a daily.
Yes, that's
But
correct.
not because they get bad or anything. But
I like this question. James Cordis asks, in your opinion, outside of Worlds and USDGC, what is the most prestigious tournament to win in the MPO division?
the European Open.
Yeah. I
At
think
the
that's
Beast.
a good one. Major.
Yep.
You guys seen any movies
Maybe
lately?
Maple Hill.
Yeah, Maple Hill's a good one. I think I'd take European Open over.
I would definitely. Well, it's a
We don't
major,
take-
so of
we
course
don't
you
take
would.
Chat questions. Yeah, I think majors.
No, we do. I thought he answered the
Obvious
question.
answer.
Oh, you wanted to give your answer.
Movies lately.
I don't care about my answer. It's just like he hadn't even hardly finished his sentence.
Did you see?
I think European Open. Hey, you guys seen any movies
Did you
lately?
see yesterday where I interrupted Jeremy on? Were you watching? You were-
I did watch, but I didn't see that.
He was building up the new cadet backpack bag.
Oh,
You did.
yeah.
Let the man speak. He was giving a full history of
He
DD.
was like, giving a history of DD building up to the cadet bag, and I just all of a sudden looked at him and I said, "Jeremy, this is quite the build-up. Can you just show us his bag?
Will
or
you
what
shut
you
up
got?
and tell us what it is already?
Bobby messaged me and said, "Hey, should I just let him keep rolling?" I was like, "Dude, yeah, let him keep rolling, man. He's the boss." But yeah, I understand where
funny.
you're coming from.
Anyway, So, what did you see lately? Yeah.
The last movie I saw was Captain Marvel. It was good.
Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer
for Star Wars?
Episode 9.
Heck yeah, I did. I've watched it. I watched one guy's 18-minute breakdown of it.
Oh, my God. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Even if it was just a little 2-minute trailer or teaser.
You need to watch. I saw send
me the link, please.
Yeah, he picks out frames out and says that's probably this ship from this ship or something like that.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I bet you were. No, it looks exciting. Yes. No, I saw Shazam this past weekend.
Shazam,
and it was okay. It was an entertaining movie. However,
does it have Chuck in it? Is that who?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It kind of silly after a while. The Shazam is a 14-year-old.
Is it like Blank Man?
No, not is it?
How do you remember that?
Is it like Blank Check?
Yeah.
Oh man,
the old movie where that kid, his bike gets run over. This rich guy just hands him a blank check and says, "Hey, pay for it," and he just goes wild.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh man,
I know what you're talking about.
It's a classic.
But Blank Man is better than Blank Man.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Damon Wayans.
It's very much a child's movie.
So is Blank Man. I was a child when I watched it. So
that's fair.
So, were you allowed to watch it? Yeah. No, but it just kind of seemed like it's a 14-year-old that gets the superhero powers, but he still has the mind of a 14-year-old. And that guy, after a while, I was like, okay,
right, yeah,
yeah. So anyway,
have you seen Captain Marvel?
Oh yeah, that was good. I liked Captain Marvel.
Okay.
I haven't watched any movies lately. I know that doesn't surprise either of you, but I will say I posted this on Facebook. So if we're friends there, you can check it out there.
Yeah, you got pretty deep. Not real deep, but you
on
got
American Idol.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so here it is.
America's Next Acapella singing group.
That's right. That's right. Like I said on there, I've loved music for forever. I've been active in music for a long time. I just enjoy it. So anytime you can see good performances, awesome. I love it. Nice. But American Idol it seemed like it had fizzled over the years. The first few were exciting. There's some great artists who came from it, but honestly, not a lot. Like Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood are obviously the most famous of the ones that came out of there. Philip Phillips is now
you've lost me now.
He's famous.
I never watched the show.
But yeah, a lot of the winners just didn't really do a whole lot, and I feel like a lot of the performances were really like super showcasey and kind of lackluster, and like they don't really connect with people. They're just like, hey, look at this really long note I can hold out. Okay. I happened to see an audition from this guy Alejandro Aranda on the show. He's one of the most unassuming people, and he walks in and just absolutely shreds the guitar. He doesn't have the best voice in the competition, but
it's the video you showed me.
Mm-hmm. It suits his playing and his vibe well, and then he goes over to the piano and absolutely shreds the piano, probably even more than the guitar. And so that kind of got us interested, and there are a lot of really talented people on there this year. So if you haven't watched American Idol in a while, I understand your reasoning. Like, I thought it was totally a joke and over with. It's really good.
It's been
really good. Seacrest is on there still, but the judges now are the judges are actually really great. I expected to just kind of be okay with them, but it's Lionel Richie who crushes, Katy Perry, who I don't know much about Katy Perry or really care, but she's actually really funny on the show and she does a good job. And then Luke Bryan is a country singer. I know nothing about country, but he's been awesome. They're very positive. They give good criticism. They're not just super rude. So anyway, if you haven't watched it, you need to check it out. Hit me up on Facebook and tell me who your favorites are.
Danny says that Rusko is listening.
Great.
He's listening.
Well, of course he is. If Danny is.
I know. I didn't know if he's like, he probably has it Bluetooth into the van.
It's the after show, man.
I know. Rusko is the after show, very popular.
Very popular.
You're probably wondering, why am I paying these guys to talk about movies? Our fans love it. Anyway, so a couple of comments here. Star Wars theories. I don't have any theories other than I saw one theory that Rey is actually a Palpatine related.
I've heard that.
She
theory.
She's
the old guy.
No, I've heard reincarnation of Anakin. I've heard of that too.
A reincarnation? You think
of Anakin? I've heard. Just telling you what I've read.
No, my opinion is I can't imagine that they would introduce reincarnation into the whole Star Wars.
Well, they could, because technically he was, born from the Force. So. Well,
sure. Well, that's true. But did you know that Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I saw a video. Someone mentioned that on here. It's a whole back in the days of between Superman and Shazam. and like publication rights and copyright
interesting.
laws and stuff like that.
Now, is Shazam, is it Marvel, DC, or is it just nothing?
Well, Shazam was called Captain Marvel, and it was like Fawcett Publications, like some other publication, and then there was Superman, and Superman sued the company behind Captain Marvel because they said they were too similar, and they actually went to court. I don't know if it was how many years it lasted or how long it lasted, but the court found that Captain Marvel was too many things were too close to Superman, and they actually lost the case. And then somehow Fawcett Publications like went out of business or stopped doing movie heroes, and DC Comics bought a bunch of their characters and just kind of sat on it. And then some people, I can't remember if DC, I think DC said, oh, we need to start bringing some of these characters back. And one of them was, oh, we should bring back Captain Marvel. Well, they couldn't name it Marvel because Marvel was created.
Yeah.
So they said, what do we call this guy? And they thought, well, we'll call him Shazam based off the name that you have to say, the name, say my name to become the champion or whatever. And so that's how Shazam came. Isn't that weird, though, how all weird. That back in the day?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So even in the movie Shazam, they actually talk about Superman a little bit, and kind of that's kind of the little,
kind of like in Deadpool when he talks about Batman.
Yeah.
Here's two unrelated and important questions. One, to put Torchy's queso over everything or just dip the chips in it? That's the question. That's what he says.
I often put some of the queso over my tacos.
It depends on what taco I'm having.
That is true.
On the Mr. Orange, never. On the chicken fajita, rarely.
Yeah.
I'm more of just keep the queso and the chips separate, personally.
What is the taco of the month for April?
I don't have any idea. I won't get it because we won't be out of town.
Could have made a special trip to Tulsa.
Second question. Chaser asked, we forgot the loaded question. What are your thoughts for the Disc Golf Pro Tour's last production?
The live.
I tried to watch it.
I watched the live a little bit while I was doing laundry and stuff like that, doing some house chores. And I enjoyed watching it. I was a little surprised that the commercial situation still was kind of went back to showing pictures of the. Remember back at Waco, they were showing pictures of like
the car
and their dirt bike races.
I didn't
like
see that.
And
I only watched it the one day though, because the next day it didn't work.
What, the commercials or
the stream wouldn't work?
Yeah.
It would just sit there and spin.
I think what they're doing is they've got it behind a wall. In other words, they're not putting on YouTube because they have it in a container that allows them to have
They should open that container and share it with the world,
because
harness
to allow them to have ads that we pay per view type thing.
Yeah. I only got to watch some of the Friday.
Did you watch the Smash Cut at all?
I know why.
And I heard that was not very good.
I also know why I didn't watch a lot of it, because I was glued to the TV watching the Masters.
I watched the little
Masters too.
Watching the Masters.
Yeah.
Can we put a pin in the Masters, because I want to come back to it.
Yeah.
The Disc Golf Pro Tour, I think I was talking with Johnny V a little bit about it. He said there are some connection issues on his side, and so some of the choppiness was related to just the network that they had. Once they fixed it, at least on Friday, things were smooth.
Friday
running smoothly.
Saturday was the day I watched it.
Yeah, but then they had a problem with I got like a 507 error on DGPT.TV, which was like not enough storage or something like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And so disclaimer, I very much understand where Steve is coming from, wanting to stream this on his own platform where he can control the ad space and the revenue that comes from it, because it's different on YouTube. But I think with so many things that have been, let's call it suboptimal this year to start off, I think it would have been wise. Well, obviously, hindsight's 2020, but I think it would be wise to just go back to YouTube Live. It's the platform that most people look for. It's the platform where you capture the most viewers and you have the most experience running. I think I would just do that moving forward. Even though you're going to lose some of that ad revenue, which I get is really hard, but this makes it more viable, I think, for everybody, because you're not going to get that 507 not enough storage. You're not going to get a 503 you can't connect, or whatever they were.
My opinion is that like you said, I agree with the intention of bringing it in-house because of it. I think what the
execution's been poor
because they neglected to realize what it takes to do that.
Yep.
It takes Smashbox has been doing it a while. If we can remember back when Smashbox first started, they had their troubles, they had their bugs and their issues, and a lot of criticism. I remember when I worked for Disc Golf Planet TV,
of course,
they had their criticisms. They tried stuff out and they had their critiques and they had their problems, but Smashbox has worked through it and figured things out, learned more, and they've gotten better. Same with Jomez. Now, Jomez, if we were to look at Jomez's first tournament coverage, post-production is a little easier because if things mess up, you just re-edit it or something like that. Right. But I would, if you were to look at
go back to their Texas States. I think that was one of their earliest ones, 13.
And then go back to what they just put out, and you'll see a huge difference, and that's just experience. And so I think that maybe it was not taken into account the experience, the years of experience it takes to get to the product that they thought they were going to be able to have by just hiring somebody who, they didn't hire Joe Schmo. They hired somebody that had some experience, but not the level they needed.
It's going to be tough to put out those fires and chase down the pitchforks.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there is people going crazy.
But Glass World Open will be GBO, as it always has been.
Yep.
Good. Well, we did have that one rough year when we tried.
To do our own, right?
Yeah, we tried to do our own.
But yeah, so there's a there's a saying that people say in investing, and it's time in the market is better than timing the market, right? And I think that very much holds true here. Like, you can't possibly know how much it's going to take until you're in it. So like, I get Steve is trying to strike while the iron's hot. He's trying to time when he's really capitalizing on this, but he's lost out on so much of the experience before that he's really lost what I think could have been an incredible opportunity. Yeah. And now it's like, now he's having to rebuild trust from a lot of people.
Yeah. All right. So switching gears, I want to touch on this question real quick from Matthew Miller.
I'm still holding on to the Masters though. I want to get to that. Yeah,
Can we talk about bags? It seems like the bags from $50 on up hold about 18 plus discs. What are some of the reasons to dump $150, $300 on a bag? So Matthew, it's just, I know people get cynical, and I get cynical as well, where why would I buy something super expensive when I can buy something super cheap? But the thing is that you get what you pay for. Now, I'm not telling you that the $50 bags are just going to completely fall apart, but they are just not going to be the same as the more expensive bags. Now, just like in cameras, there's a law of diminishing returns where, at some point when you buy a $200-$300 camera, no, I'm sorry. If you bought like a $50 camera and you went out and bought a $400 camera, it's
going to be way better.
Way better. But then when you get to start spending $500, $1,000 up to the $5,000, yes, those cameras are going to be better, but they're not going to be such a leap from the 50 to the 400 as the 400 to 1,000 as far as technology. And so that can be very similar with the bags. There's not going to be a huge leap, but there is going to be some leap where it's going to have maybe extra pockets. It's going to have a little more like reinforcement. The shoulder straps will be maybe have a little more cushion in them.
Warranty.
The warranty. Some of them are going to have warranty. The sides of them, the side walls will maybe made of something a little thicker. I'm sure Chris, if he's listening or has listened, he'll be able to explain this much better. But those walls that hold it and give the bag a form might be a little bit thicker in the more expensive ones. So outward appearances, it doesn't seem like there's much more to it, but there really is much more to it.
Yep. True.
All right. What do we got? More exciting TV series. Skywalker is the new religion.
While you wait, let's talk about the Masters for a second. In recent memory, has there ever been a tournament like that where it seemed like, and now I know that there are people who still don't like Tiger, right? Like they are out there.
Sure.
Some of them probably didn't like him before all the scandal and everything like that. I'm sure more of them don't, but don't now after that happened. But has there been a tournament in recent memory where it seemed like every person wanted the same thing for the sake of golf, for the sake of like a comeback redemption story for Tiger to come win that thing? Like, can you think of a time like that? Oh yeah. If you haven't watched that by now, come on, man.
Or you haven't seen it somewhere in the news.
Yeah, seriously. I know. Like, can you think of anything like that? Because for me, it was a really cool phenomenon to see. Like, it seemed like everyone was rooting for Tiger specifically to win the Masters, to kind of like cap this redemption story, to win his 15th major. I just thought that was really cool and captivating. Honestly.
I got chills when they. It
was incredible.
I didn't get to watch it. I can't remember where I went, but I didn't get to watch
the entire thing.
You watched the whole.
I watched him tee off hole 1, and I watched him putt out on 18.
I watched quite a bit of the last few days, so 100%. I knew he was in the hunt for it. But I had to go. I can't remember what I went to go do. But anyway, when I got back and I watched the highlights, and they showed him put that last putt, and when he just kind of casually picked it up, then he looked at the crowd, and then he was just like,
"Yeah, dude." Then he was stoked.
Well, that and like,
he was ready for the roar on the putt before that. And it just rolled past.
Yeah.
He was like, then he played it off. But then after that, he got to let loose, and I thought that was really cool.
Props to ESPN or CBS or whoever put the little video together of however long ago, 14 years ago, when he hugged his dad.
Yeah,
when his dad wasn't supposed to be alive because he had a heart attack that year and surgery and all this other stuff. And he showed him hugging him in like tears and all that, and then you see him grab his son.
I know.
And I'm like, oh my god,
waterworks at this point.
Yeah,
I teared up. That was the moment. There was something when he saw his kid and hugged him and grabbed him.
Yep,
you could tell there was.
Who wasn't even alive the last time he won a major.
Right.
So it's awesome for the kids to see their dad win a major. I mean,
whether you like him or not, that
and
was
it's the Masters too.
Yes.
I mean, it's
it's the iconic tournament. It's the tournament.
It's the only major in golf that doesn't move.
Yep. It's the tradition behind it is incredible.
Yeah.
Now I did
see the 30s.
I did see something that kind of got me irate, and I wanted to post a comment on Disc Golf Debate Group, but I chose not to.
Good.
Someone said they were talking about Disc Golf Pro Tour, and they said, I just watched the Masters. By the way. I just finished watching the Masters last weekend. Disc Golf Pro Tour should be more like the Masters.
Oh, give me a break. They will be in 100 years.
Sure. Yeah, it'd be great.
Hello, Masters is the top guy won $11 million.
Hey, do you know what I was thinking?
He won more than that.
You know what I was thinking?
Well, but I mean, from the event.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking?
It still
disc
goes
golf
together.
Disc golf should
Endorsements
be
and all that.
Right.
Shows how much higher the sport is.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
how can you compare?
The sport is.
Terry Roddy posted a picture of or a little video on Facebook with 32 cameras.
Yeah.
To cover the event. Now, I don't even know if that was
That's probably not even all of them.
That's probably like first 6 holes or 8 holes or something. Anyway,
yeah, like that's like saying, "Hey, we want disc golf to be like football. Why can't we make disc golf like football?" Mm-hmm. Okay, football's been around for a much longer time. It has a lot more money invested in it and history and things like that. Like, yeah, that's not even a comparison. No. It's not even worth paying attention to, obviously, or honestly. One really awesome thing though that I loved watching the Masters was so Tiger was so dominant in years past, especially in majors. You just knew he was going to show up, and it seemed like he was hitting those shots that like he stepped up to a shot where there was a lot of pressure, and you just knew he was going to hit the shot. And I was trying to think if I can remember the last time I felt that in disc golf. Like when somebody steps up to a shot, I know it's going to make it. And the most like the closest I felt to that is when Ricky Wood in like 2016, 2017, when he was in his world championship form and winning titles and all that stuff. He's still obviously an incredible disc golfer, right, but he was absolutely on top of the world at that point. And when he stepped up to any putt inside 60 and he was in his regular putting stance, it's just like, how can you not count it? It's going in. Yeah. And that, but magnified a little bit, was how I felt watching Tiger on the last few holes. Almost ace 16, dude. Come on. God. How sick would that have been?
Yeah. I mean, just his composure, the fact that he just basically stuck to his game plan and waited on everybody else to fail.
Yep.
Is essentially what he did.
It was awesome.
Let's see. Yeah. Someone said something about how do you get rid of road rash on discs. And then someone else said, Nate Sexton said something about carrying fingernail clippers. Do you guys have anything?
If you get like a chip or something like that, that's not a bad idea.
Throw it in the gutter and go buy a nutter.
Disclaimer: the Disc Golf Answer Man after show does not condone littering, but still. No, yeah, I've seen people use like a standing block or something like that
over a lost and found.
Yeah. Go ahead, Robert. Yeah, I've just seen people use a sanding block or rub it on a tree. Sometimes that helps a little bit.
Concrete over a tree. Don't hurt the tree.
No, just for a little bark.
Any news to release on the Raiders that fly like the Protos?
Huh? I've noticed the stock stamp that I have flies exactly like my Proto.
Jace.
So this might be outside the scope of this particular podcast, but I thought we addressed what Adam's kind of shouting about here, saying my wife was like, we were cheering for this cheater. Yeah. So everybody knows the scarred past that Tiger Woods. Well, maybe not everybody knows, but that he cheated on his wife, had all kinds of issues that was in the news and stuff like that. Right. Said he was a sex addict and things like that. I don't know. Ye without sin cast the first stone.
Right. And I wonder. I mean, come on. Like, I wonder too. Like, okay, I feel like you can confidently say that if you went through every PGA Tour player who was at that event, right, that I'm sure there are plenty who have not cheated on their wives and who have stayed out of the spotlight for that reason. But everybody has their things. It just so happens that his was brought to the
correct.
And why was
his
limelight brought to the limelight?
Yeah. Now, a fault of his, right?
Of course.
When he had the car accident, his wife smashed out the back of the windshield. Totally understandable reaction, actually, in my opinion. But like,
right. But even that happens all the time. It doesn't make the news. Yep. It made the news because he is Tiger Woods.
That's exactly what it is. So everything that happens to him has a magnifying glass on it. So like, yes, I think there are other people who you can root for in golf and in other sports who have made fewer mistakes. 100%, I think that's true. But everybody has made mistakes.
Everybody in life.
And so I think if you can view it in just a straight up like a redemption story, a person who went from having, well, not nothing, but in relation to what he had before,
had everything. He was broken. Almost nothing.
He was broken. Like, he had to have back surgery. He didn't know if he'd ever be able to compete again. To watch quite possibly the greatest, maybe not even quite possibly the greatest person to ever touch a golf club get to win in historic fashion, to win his 5th Masters.
He's got a few more majors to win before he catches Jack, but
yes. But I think most people would argue he's the greatest.
That's the same Climo and Macbeth debate.
Exactly. I mean, they're 1 and 2. You pick the order.
Yeah. I just love Jack too, though.
100%, incredible. But but it's just hard. I feel like if we're gonna get so mad at Tiger for his cheating and the scandal and everything like that, then you need to get mad at the other stuff that maybe you don't hear about as much, or say it's like, oh, this person was caught illegally gambling. Okay, well, we should be outraged about that too.
Look at the Patriots. People still like them.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, right. I'm not saying that there should be no consequences.
Correct.
But I think the consequences have, like, they're going to be with him forever. Yeah. I don't think it's on us to perpetuate those.
Correct. I'm not going to not pull for the guy. I mean,
people still watch Tom Cruise movies, and he yelled at Oprah.
It's true.
That's pretty.
See,
good,
so come on, man.
That's cool. All right, let's see questions. Looking forward to finally getting the AJ Waffle Warden this Friday.
Yeah. They're going to be good.
Yes. So Waffle Wardens. Where are we at?
We might be making a video about those. 3:45 right now.
Also throw a trespass in that cart as well while you're doing it.
Yes.
Why not?
Abby says, speaking of Ricky, can y'all explain how Ricky does his nose down putt?
No, I cannot.
Also, no.
He does it like nobody else.
Yeah.
You'd have to ask Ricky that one.
It kind of defies logic how it works.
Yeah.
But I mean, he follows through high and puts a lot of spin on it to where it's a pitch putt, but it has a lot of action on it, like a lot of spin. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
Brandon, this is a good point back to Disc Golf Pro Tour. He says, I'm going to keep it real. I think he was getting demonetized for all the dislikes and such a negative backlash from everyone. I'm not huge on YouTube, but I think they watched that.
Who's that?
Brandon Wilson. Talking about the reason why Disc Golf Pro Tour didn't put it on YouTube and went to another thing. I get what you're saying, Brandon, but I know YouTube watches that. But I don't think they demonetize it. I believe it just ranks low as far as the algorithm is what they show and what they say the next video you're going to watch. I don't think that was the main driver for them to try a new platform.
Yep, true.
Yes. Joe says he wants to make sure everybody knows he hates the Patriots.
What's up, Joe?
That's fair.
All right. Looks like we're running out of questions here.
Pretty much it on the questions.
Is that pretty much it for the after show?
I fell down my stairs yesterday.
I saw that little scratchy
scratch. Oh, no. I think I just made us not go live. Yep. Oh, no. Here we are.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
I was walking downstairs to make myself some eggs.
That was weird.
And I just slipped on the top stair and just slid. and got a pretty sweet carpet burn. Thought I broke a couple of my toes. I did not, but they hurt a lot. So it's not awesome. In fact, it hurt a lot.
It'd be awesome if it was on film.
If it was on film, yeah. Walter thought we were playing, so he was like, "Yeah,
Oh, Dad,
Is this a new game?
I've done that all the time.
please stop it."
Excitement for new Avengers and Star Wars movies. We talked earlier. We're very excited about Star Wars.
I'll be going Friday night with Johnny V.
Correct. There's a. Is it just you two or a group of guys going? I think.
No, there's like 6 of us. 5 of us
going out to see the end game, the final chapter in this particular Avengers series. I mean, they're like gonna, if they do anything else, it's gonna be brand new characters, right?
Or it could be in the past.
Like
they could
prequels,
do, like stuff in the past. They do that a lot. Like Captain Marvel took place in the 90s, technically.
Two quick questions. One, how does BT Soft break in compared to Prime Plastic when putting and approaching? I think Soft,
pretty similar, maybe not quite as bad.
Yeah, I think Soft breaks in a little bit more slowly than Prime. Prime is going to be the fastest breaking.
I think it's because it's more rigid.
Yep,
and it can chunk a little easier, maybe.
For sure. So I think Soft is going to be more durable for the longer term. But I would stick to Prime if I was choosing between those two because I feel more confident with that in my hand. And then Bentley asked, "Hey Emac, can I have that Ice Truth?"
This one? This is Bobby's.
That's actually mine.
Sorry, man.
You can have one at Glassbone Open during the block party. Come see me. What's up? If I have any more, if they don't sell out during the block party, I will open up sales online afterwards.
Are you allowed to move your lie back away from the basket, or is that only with casual water?
Casual water or out of bounds, yes.
Yeah, because the bat, you just got to put it there, right? Even if your disc is right up against the pole. Yeah.
Yep, that's where it is.
Tell Robert there's a big Apex update.
I haven't checked on Apex today, but I heard there is a patch coming. So, Steven says, "Am I going to come out with a special warden?" Probably not, but I have recently toyed with the idea of just creating like some just fundraiser discs for the year and things like that. Getting a cool stamp and
who are the raises going to fund for?
Me. For me to get out on the road a little bit more. Get
more video graphics.
Try to
PC.
Nope. Although I did build a PC and it was really fun. No, just for disc golf type stuff. And life type stuff.
Will there be Facebook live or Instagram live for GBO Block Party? Yes, there'll be definitely some live stuff going on, having fun. Yeah, I'm sure Robert or Eric will, and one of us will be doing that as well.
I'll go live on my Insta.
Are there any glass Emac truths at Block?
Yes.
Assuming at the Block.
Are they all? I'm assuming he's saying ice. Are they all ice?
All of these are ice, and then I do have a very small run, 100 blend Emacs as well, with a cool new stamp on it that I will be selling as well.
A non-DD or trilogy thrower here, what would top molds for custom stamping be?
I mean, the most popular ones, Emac Truth, Felon, Judge, Warden, Deputy, those are all great. Once you have access to the Raider, that's going to be a huge
huge that's one. After GBO. That'll be a TFR.
Yep. Defender, Enforcer, Trespass, those are all good ones. Escape. Those are all good sellers.
You can also go to our website and look at top sellers.
Can we talk about practice baskets? I'm in the market for a new one. My current one I made from PVC and chain at Home Depot. It lasted almost 2 years.
Nice.
I would like to buy one but can't spend $200. That's the Recruit's right at $199.
$199, I think, for the Recruit.
Marksman are a little cheaper than that, but
Marksman is a great practice basket.
Yep.
And really, you don't. I mean, depends on what you want.
How much is the Scout going to be when it comes out?
Not sure yet.
Cheaper.
They haven't set the price, right?
Cheaper, yeah.
They're still working on that.
120, maybe. I don't know.
Nah,
maybe even not that much.
No more, less than that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't 100% know what to tell you. I know there's a lot of foldable baskets out there. I don't know the price points off the top of my head. That might be good for you, but
I'd recommend getting a Recruit. Just if you're $200 budget, get the Recruit. Yeah. It's a great practice basket.
Eric McKay, best root beer you've ever had, or no, you've had lately.
Ooh, is this a Canadian question? Because I had one up there. It was really good.
Matthew Miller, you Canadian?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It was really good though. It was
what was it called?
It was, I don't know. It was at a brewery, and they brewed their own beer and root beer and orange soda. So I had both.
Nice.
Was it you that brought some root beer from Texas?
No.
Do you remember that root beer, Anthony, that I brought one time? Dixon Jowers.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It started with an A, and he told me I had to try it, and it was really good root beer.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Do you remember? He brought cans of it?
Yeah.
But Branson, Silver Dollar City has
Sarsaparilla.
Sioux City root beer and sarsaparilla. So good.
Nice.
Cream soda.
I haven't been to Branson in a while, and I'm about to go back. In fact, it might be my after GBO getaway.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Are you going by yourself?
Paul
No,
said,
I might go with the lady.
Ooh, watch
ladies. Ooh, it's a lady. Paul said, could you give a rundown on the typical sponsorship contract? Sponsorship contracts are different from company to company and team level to team level. Most of them entail some sort of discs, apparel, bags, things like that, in exchange for using those at events, running events, social media, stuff like that. As you move up in player skill, effectiveness in your area, the amount that you tour, things like that, then those amounts increase all the way up to getting paid monthly.
$16 million a month for me.
That's what Eric's is. So that's the
Not too
typical.
bad.
That's
Not
the
too
typical sponsorship contract.
Yeah, see, Matthew says Sioux City is the best one in Mankind.
Mike, I don't remember what the new hair product is called. I'm going to have to find it and let you know.
I thought it was Crisco.
It is not Crisco.
Oh, okay.
But good guess.
Okay.
I think
That's it. We're good.
That's it.
Peace.
Ooh, this is a good one to end on. Are any of you getting a new tattoo soon?
Oh yeah, I wanted to because I may actually be getting. I really want to get that cross tattoo on my shoulder,
Okay.
but a lot of people say it looks too typical. Like
Let me see it.
they're like, it just looks like every other tattoo, a cross tattoo.
Let me see it.
Did I delete it? No.
Flavor.
No, there it is.
Okay. That's simple.
See, that's kind of that, but I don't want that. Hold on.
There you go. Hey, you know what? It's 2019. You do you.
I know, but I'm going to look around, but I definitely want to get a tattoo.
Sweet.
Who got a new? Oh, a worker here got a tattoo right there, and I was like, "What?
Who is it?
Well, I don't know if I want people. She wants people. She
Oh,
wants people.
gotcha.
Of course, I just narrowed it down by saying
you did.
she.
That's what you did.
Anyway,
I have 2 tattoos. I'm probably not looking to get any more. I thought about it
You
before.
have any tattoos?
Yeah, I've thought about it before, getting something like on my forearm right there. Maybe
yours
right
are
here.
just words. Yours are
Yeah, mine
just
are
words.
Just words. That's all I have.
Oh my god, yours are just words.
Just
Yes.
words.
So the one you're thinking about getting, would it be just words again, or
Is it that scar?
No, yeah, I actually got it, and here it is. It's red.
It's perfect.
You can get one yourself if you
Man,
just slide down
look
your
at that.
stairs.
can I come over tonight and get a
detail.
tattoo, Robert?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that
fall down the
detail.
stairs.
Look, if you'll just put your foot on the front step, I'll just push it out from under you, and then you'll slide, and then your results may vary.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't honestly thought about what I would get. I would have a couple of ideas, but I just don't know if I'm going to get another. Although
Are they words or images?
it would be images.
And you don't want to tell us what they are?
No, but I would like to say if I thought
That's special.
if I thought I could pull off a half sleeve or a full sleeve, I would love to do it.
Why wouldn't you be able to pull it off?
I just don't I don't think I've got that.
I think you do.
But I appreciate that, but I also don't want to spend the money to get that.
Yeah.
What would
because it's-
Shay say?
honestly, Shay
she be
is
okay with
so
it?
very supportive of me. If I showed her,
A sleeve even?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
If I showed her the design and we both thought it was cool and meaningful, and because if it's not meaningful, I don't care. Like I'm never gonna get something that doesn't mean a whole lot. To me.
Sure.
Everything I've got has meant something to
Of
me.
course,
I mean,
No, there's.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know
I'm
what
not
you're
saying that
saying.
against anybody here, but
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
there's some people who are just like, oh, I saw this movie and it was awesome. Let's get it tattooed on me, and that's never going to be me. But if I thought I could do it, I would do it. But I'm scared, and I probably won't.
Like all the way, like we're talking from
either
your
like
wrist all the
a
way
half
up?
sleeve here, or just all the way up one arm.
I didn't know that.
I think it would be really cool, but I don't think I've got it.
So it was a nice tattoo of a beef jerky.
Yeah, this is Jack Link's beef jerky. I got a tattoo.
Slim
of
Jim.
it.
I do have an appointment for a tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yep, but not until September or something like that.
Is it new or to complete something?
It's like working on like my leg a little bit more.
Yeah.
because it's just to have the basket, and I want to kind of do some things around it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Nice.
I think
Are
we.
you going to get one after episode 9 after everything wraps up?
Probably not,
No.
because all mine are from old.
Did you hear that the story is supposed to this is supposed to be like closure of the entire thing?
Of
Well,
the Skywalker saga.
correct.
Yeah, I did hear that.
that's like a huge task.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't do it right, he's going to tick off a lot of people.
Just like The Last Jedi. Ticked off a
Right.
lot of people, which didn't make sense to me because I enjoyed the movie, but I'm a fan. Like, there's things in The Last Jedi that I didn't agree with. But I
Right.
thought, why would you go that route?
Well, I watched the video, or I'll send you that video,
Yeah.
where they talked about how J.J. Abrams had to, he started a story arc with his Force Awakens, and then the other guy changed it.
Ryan
yeah.
Johnson.
And then, so J.J. had to figure out how to close his arcs and how to close
Yep.
the other guy's arcs.
I also
for
heard he
all
had
to make
George
sense.
Lucas
Yes.
working with him, which is awesome.
And then another guy, I can't remember, he worked on some other big movies to help him write the story. So, okay, we got to go.
That's it.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you. This is the After Show.
We might see you next week.
so much for tuning in. This is Bobby Cool. That is Slick Breeze on the 1199s.
We might see you next week.
We probably won't.
Yeah, we will.
See you later.
Tune in to find out. Later.